welcome to this video from Sorare Assist. On this channel we offer hints and tips on Sorare players, especially those sought after budget options that you want to know about. So sit back and let us guide you through the Sorare world. With the recent announcement of the expansion pack from Sorare, I thought it would be a good idea to scout some players in these tournaments, starting with the Copa America. Before we get into it, please remember to smash that like button and share this video. It really helps support the channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel using the big red button below and ping that notification bell to be the first to know about any new videos or budget players. If you have any questions or comments about this video or Sorare in general, please comment below. I will aim to reply to all comments. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, there is a link in the description below if you did wish to do that and bag yourself some free cards. Now that's out of the way, let's get into today's video. So today I'll be revealing my top selections for the Copa America tournament, which starts on the 12th of June. I'm hoping to do a few of these videos on the other tournaments too, so make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of them. All these player selections have the right credentials in terms of stats for the Sorare matrix, and I've picked players from some of the favourites to win the Copa America. Okay, let's get stuck into it. So I'm on SofaScore.com here. As you can see, we've got one of the tables up. So this group, we've got some of the big guns here are Argentina and Chile, and of course as well Uruguay. Group B is Brazil, Colombia, and a few other teams there. Okay, so that is the group stage. Like I say, it is due to start on the 12th of June, as you can see here. The very first match is Argentina versus Chile, and there's also a couple of matches on that day as well. So in terms of the favourites for the tournament, Argentina are the favourites, followed by Brazil, and then there's Colombia, Uruguay and Chile. So let's get stuck into the selections then. I've looked through all the players in these teams. I've looked at the stats in terms of the suitability for the scoring matrix on Sorare. And I've managed to find some players from Argentina, Brazil and Uruguay. Okay. So Chile, I was close to picking Alexis Sanchez, but I wasn't overly convinced because of his club situation. He's not really playing many minutes for Inter Milan at the moment. So buying just for this tournament probably is not the best idea. And he is getting a bit on now in terms of age. Okay then, let's get stuck into the first selection. So the first person I've gone for here is Luis Suarez. He of course plays for Uruguay and Atletico Madrid at club level. As you can see, he's got some fantastic scores, and I expect this to be no different on the international stage, because he does like to score for his country as well. So let's have a look at his record for the national team. So I'm on the Wikipedia site here, and as you can see, he has been banging in the goals recently for his country in very little appearances as well. He has played 3 last year and scored 4, but obviously that is because the limited number of games is because of the COVID situation as well. So that is the first selection. Luis Suarez, as you can see, is around 0.263 Ethereum in the last month. That's the average price. In the last 2 weeks, average is 0.263, which is a fairly decent option for him really, because even though he is old, he's expected to play on another couple of seasons yet. And as you can see, his scores are fantastic. So let's have a look at the next player then. So next on the list, we can't really not have this guy on the list. It might seem an obvious option, but Neymar is obviously going to be potentially one of the best players in the Copa America tournament. He's just fantastic for the scoring matrix as well, just due to the number of touches he has during a game, and just his all-round play really. As you can see, he's got loads of hundreds here. He's got a few did not play though. That is one of the things in Neymar. If his sister's having a birthday, then you can expect him not to be in the side really. But you can see why he signed a new contract with PSG. because he's obviously got the free rein to do what he wants, really. So there is some games he does miss, but I expect him to be a fantastic player for the national team, of course, which is Brazil. So let's have a look at his scoring record recently then. We all know it's fantastic anyway, but as you can see, he scored 3 in 2, 1 in 5 there, 7 in 13, and his overall record is fantastic as well at the international level. So that's another fantastic pick there. Is 0.348 in the last 2 week average, which is a fantastic price for him, really. He's actually near to Suarez's price there in the last 2 weeks. I think that's fantastic for a player of his quality. So let's have a look at the next player. So next I've gone for Casemiro of obviously Real Madrid and Brazil again, another Brazilian. We've got a few Brazilian players here because they are likely to be one of the best teams in the Copa America, and I expect them to score plenty of goals as well. So Casemiro is just a solid, dependable player, really. Not really a goal scorer. He's more known for his obviously his defensive qualities. But look at this. Absolutely fantastic scores, and this is because he has a high number of passes and his high number of accuracy as well on those passes. As you can see, he comes at quite a cost in the last 2 week average, but he's a very dependable player and you can rely on him to get you consistent scores. Internationally, he's had 48 caps and scored 3 goals in all, but like I say, he's not really there for the goals. He's more of a defensive option there for his national team. So moving on to the next player then, we've got Danilo, again for Brazil. Another fantastic option, this time in defence. So we've actually got 3 players there. So Neymar is obviously the forward. We've got Casemiro as the midfield. And then we've got a defender here option as well in Danilo. So he's looking fairly cheap, really, for what he is. He is a defender man, but I suppose it's expensive for a defender. But just look at his scores. He's absolutely consistent in terms of scoring you good points, and so he's probably one of the best defenders on the platform. Internationally, he's had 28 caps. More caps have come more recently, so he's recently got into the team a lot more. He's scored just 1 goal there, which for a defender isn't bad really anyway. So that's another fantastic option, Danilo from Brazil. So next we've got another Brazilian, Roberto Firmino. He's maybe not had the best season for Liverpool, I suppose you could say, but he's still a consistent, fairly consistent performer, and he is capable of getting these high scores as well. And for Brazil, I expect him to get better scores than his average that we've seen for his club. And I would expect him to have plenty more seasons in his locker as well. He's only 29, and I expect him to be playing on for many more seasons, whether that's at Liverpool or another club. But if he was to move, I would expect him to maybe even do better in terms of the scores on Sorare, because he's likely to go to an easier league, maybe even a Brazilian league or something like that. But he is a good option for the Copa America. Like I say, he does play for Brazil. If you look at his recent stats, he's had 3, scored 3, 15, scored 5. So that's pretty decent. That's really good scoring record there recently for the national team. So yeah, that's Roberto Firmino, another fantastic option. Next we've got Marquinhos who's plays for Paris Saint-Germain. Again, another Brazilian player. Look at his scores there. You can see straight away that he's fantastic for the scoring matrix. He does come at a cost, but this is the sort of thing that he's going to repay you back with, these fantastic scores here. So another fantastic option for Brazil. He's only 26. Defender again. He's had 4 caps. So as you can see, he's had 4 appearances last year and 14 the previous year. But he's a regular starter for Brazil, and he also regularly starts for PSG as well, really. He is currently injured, so he's expected back late April. So this might be an opportunity to maybe snap him up at a cheaper price as well. So he is due back soon. So that's him, that's Marquinhos. So now we've got some Argentinian players to finish off. We've got Lautaro Martinez. Obviously he's a 23-year-old, young attacking Argentinian player. Comes at a price, but he is expected to be one of the world talents in the next few years or so. Probably already sort of near that bracket now. But if you look at his scores, he's absolutely fantastic. He's getting a lot of games now for Argentina as well. As you can see, he's had a lot of games recently and he's got a fantastic scoring record for his international team Argentina. 21 caps and 11 goals, which is fantastic. So he's another fantastic option. It does come at a price, but we expect him to be a first team starter alongside Messi in the Argentinian team there. So next option, we've got Leandro Paredes, another one who plays for PSG. He's looking really good at club level. His scores are fantastic. He does play for Argentina as well. He's got 100 there, look. He does play for Argentina. He's obviously got a good club side. He's only 26 as well. Caps wise, he's got 27 caps and 3 goals. More of a defensive player though. A bit like Casemiro, is more of a ball keeper and he gets a lot of passes and pass accuracy as well. So there's another fantastic option there. So the final player we've got is another Argentinian player. This time a defender. Plays for Ajax and it's Nicolas Tagliafico. So we all know about this guy. He's fantastic for the scoring matrix, as you can see from his scores here on Sorare. He is a fantastic player. Plays for Argentina and his caps recently, as you can see, is a regular starter for Argentina these days. 28 caps in all. Okay, so that is another option there for the Copa America there. So you've got plenty of options there for the tournament if you did want to get some players for that. Just so you've got an entertainment in the summer. There is of course the away for Euros as well. There's also that going on in the summer, which is something to look forward to. But if you wanted to maybe have some late nights watching these matches, then by all means get some of these players. But these are my selections for the tournament. Some fantastic selections there, and I'm sure they're all going to do fantastic in the Copa America, which again starts in June. Okay, if you have any thoughts on today's video, then drop them down in the comments below. Is there any players that you think I should have mentioned or I've missed? Please do comment in the comments below there. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video and subscribe to the channel by smashing the subscribe button below. Don't forget to ping that notification bell as well to be the first to be informed about any new videos. You can also follow us on Twitter with the link in the description below. It's basically at Sorare Assist. There's also a link in the description to Sorare if you want to get signed up today and access those all important free cards. Okay then, that's it for today. I hope to see you in the next video, and I'll see you again soon.